combination of cobalt down here and the furnace, this video might be very, very loud. But I want to try and get this video done and up before work so that it's not late, which is why I half lied. I'm still in my pajamas, but at least I look less like pet care. So this week we're taking a live-action TV series, preferably our favorite live-action television series, and turning it into an anime and or a manga. And I'm actually going to kind of do both, because I know exactly who I'd want to have do the manga of my favorite TV show. My favorite TV show is called Community, which I think all of you should have known by now. Community just came out last year. It's in its second season. This is its DVD for its first season. And it is absolutely hilarious. I started watching it specifically because of Joel McHale. I really like The Soup, and Joel McHale was pushing it the year before it came out on The Soup, saying, hey, this is my new show, check it out. So I did, and I love it. It's my favorite show ever. I also like the girl who plays Shirley. For those of you who ever watched Nickelodeon when you were a teenager or a kid or whatever, and watched Drake and Josh, she was the, I can't remember her name, but she was the movie theater owner, the boss. I can't remember her name. Helen, that was her name. Anyway, and then it's got Chevy Chase in it. Anyway, so on to this. Essentially, Community is a sitcom, obviously, and it's kind of got a lot of sexual tension between a bunch of different characters and just all kinds of really funny random things that involve sexual humor as well as romantical humor, romance humor, whatever, as well as just random wonderful humor. So who better to deal with sexual, romance, random humor than Rumiko Takahashi? I would totally have Rumiko Takahashi do the manga if I could make it into a manga. Maze Nikoku is just like Community, honestly. Storyline wise, it is so much like Community. It's absolutely hilarious, and I would totally have her do it in the style that she did with Maze Nikoku, but at least in the art style she's doing Rine in, because Rine is probably her strongest artwork to date, even better than Inuyasha. And I would totally have Rumiko Takahashi do the manga, just because she's so good at the comedy, especially when it comes to the romance part of comedy. I just think she's absolutely awesome. Sorry, something just distracted me. As for the anime, basically, like I said yesterday, I'd have Sunrise do it, because Sunrise has done some of my favorite series ever. As has Madhouse, so I can't really choose, because Madhouse, you know, did Death Note, but Sunrise has done a lot of my favorite anime series, like Gundam 00, Gundam Wing, all kinds of things like that. And I would definitely have it dubbed in Vancouver. Surprise, surprise. And if I did dub it in Vancouver, Annie would probably be played by, like, Monica Story. I think she was the girl who played Kagome in the first series in Feudal Fairy Tale. Kagome's being recast, so I don't know if Kira Tozer would make a better Annie. I haven't really heard much of her, but I would definitely cast Monica Story. Jeff would be played by probably Kirby Morrow, because he's kind of got that dashing good look, you know, dashing good looks hero type of voice. I would definitely cast Kirby as Jeff. Britta would definitely be Kelly Sheridan, kind of that Sango kind of attitude. I really like Kelly Sheridan for that. Troy, I'm gonna have to go back. I'm gonna have to come back to Troy, because I haven't quite figured that one out yet. Abed, I'd probably cast Brad, because I think Brad would be hilarious as Abed. Just that kind of, like, I don't know, like, it would be kind of funny to have it be like Setsuna's personality with Katra's voice. And so just kind of mixing the two together would be absolutely hilarious. Not that, you know, Abed is intense, he's just antisocial, and I think that that's hilarious. Pierce would probably be played by Paul Dobson with his, like, Miyoga voice, or his character in Dakoita, the bad guy in Dakoita, that voice, not the sexy Naraku voice. Or Brian Drummond. I have to figure out a way to fit Brian Drummond in here somehow. Oh god, I know exactly who Brian Drummond will be. Yeah, we're going with Paul Dobson. Shirley would probably have to be played by, can't remember her name either, Okuna something. She played Lady Un, or Colonel Un, in Gundam Wing. I think she would probably play a very good Shirley, because she can play off that really sweet, wonderful, that's nice personality, as well as when Shirley snaps, because Shirley does snap. It's hilarious. And Chang would be played by Scott McNeil, because Scott can play the crazy, and Chang is by far the craziest character in this entire series. Chang is so freaking funny. Probably one of my favorite characters, even though he started off as not being one of my favorite characters, but he has definitely become one. He is absolutely hilarious, and I think Scott would play perfectly for him. And then Brian Drummond would play the Dean, because the Dean is hilarious. I can't find the Dean anywhere in here, and technically the Dean's not a main character, he's just a recurring character, but he's in enough episodes that I personally consider him a main character. But the Dean is very, let's just say he dressed up like a Lady Gaga in one of the Halloween specials. That's the Dean. And that's Brian Drummond. Just because I think it's funny. So that's what I would do in Second Kid. We'll see you tomorrow.